welcome everyone to Tribal Council, the 15th Tribal Council of the season. We're really nearing the end here. We'll start these off with an easy question. This is for everybody. All four of you left are members of the swapped Afisa tribe. Is it just coincidence that it's the four of you sitting here at the end, or is there more than just coincidence that four post-swap Afisas are sitting here tonight?
Um, I think it's coincidence. Like, there was never, well, there probably was noise made, but it just got emerged. But it wasn't ever anything centralized or used at all.
Anyone else have any comments about that?
Not really.
Yeah, I think it's a coincidence too.
Okay, we'll move on to questions. We'll give this one first to Zach. Zach, congratulations on your fourth individual immunity win of the season. This challenge was particularly interesting to win because it means that you have kind of a sense of where the jury lies. So based on those two things, first, how do you make people want to take you to the end after being such a visible force in challenges and finding advantages and things like that? And second, do you feel like you have a sense of what the jury is looking for since you were able to win a challenge based off of what the jury's thoughts were?
Regarding the first part, I mean, there's a lot of cons to winning challenges too. Like, if you reference Game Changers, Sarah beat Brad despite Brad winning maybe like 5 or 6 immunities.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of detriment, and I think that could have been affect the jury's decision. As for the second part, I mean, I think everyone has some type of idea to some people. We all have connections with X or Y, but not Z necessarily. But honestly, the jury, I have no idea. They could be bitter, they could go under. Everyone has a rubric, I don't know.
All right, Devin, we asked you this question earlier, but since you're here, you can answer it for yourself live. Devin, once again, you came up short in the immunity challenge. You've consistently gotten votes since the merge without being voted out, but are you worried now that your luck has run out? What's the case for keeping you around?
Well, I think for one thing, I suck at challenges, so that's obvious. I think I've got a lot of votes and I've stuck around, and has it been luck somewhat? I think that the big thing is that there's been a lot of people out there who are more of a threat than me, so luckily the votes fell in favor of myself and I stayed. As far as keeping me, I think a lot of us know that I've played a very messy game and not the best game of the remaining four. So more than likely, somebody's going to kick my butt in the end.
Another question for you is that the only three people eligible to be voted out tonight are you, David, and Allie. And David and Allie have had a very public relationship at the Pressure Cooker Challenge. David gave up his reward 1 to Allie. Are you worried that they might be an unbreakable duo and that you could be the one voted out tonight or facing a tiebreaker? Or is it more complicated than that?
Well, I mean, I know that, as you said, it's very obviously known that it's fine. We all make friends and we all are attracted to certain personality traits of others. I don't know what's going to happen. I can say I was told that I know I'm at least getting 2 votes today. So that's what I'll leave it at.
David, Allie, we'll turn this over to you now. Your relationship has been pretty public in this game. Are you worried that that's something that could hurt you at this stage, or is it something that's only going to help you? Does it make things harder or easier having people know that this relationship exists and just having that relationship itself?
I think at this point it's hard to hide who you have relationships with, and it's just how other people will perceive them, and if they're willing to overlook that or if they're going to try and go after that.
David, any comments?
I mean, speaking of the pressure cooker, at least in that one instance between the disadvantage and advantage, more than anything, that wasn't even necessarily a decision on behalf of Allie so much as that was just I was fairly confident, at least from an anxiety perspective. Like I was very like most of my um, sort of neuroticness, whatever the word is,
Neuroses.
like that. It won't allow me to sit still, much less stand still. So it wasn't even so much doing that for Ali. That was just okay. Well, I'm not going to last. I don't want this advantage to go to waste, and I also don't want Ali to be at any disadvantage at that stage of the game. Much less even now, I see no benefit to anyone being outright disadvantaged.
Okay, this next question, David, is for you. David, we're down to the final four. We'll be down to final three after this, and then we'll be getting down to what we can confirm is a final two. How does that change things? You've come this far with this group of people. How do the relationships that you formed start to change at this point when you have to start cannibalizing each other? And how do you make decisions about who do you cut now and who you take further?
I mean, it's like you said, this group of four has been together for close to 30 days now. That's a lot of that's a huge portion of this game, especially for me, who Tana was relatively decimated early on, especially I think and I've been the last Tana member standing for a good while now. So as far even ignoring tribal loyalty, like the people who I've been social with since the beginning of this game, they're all here. So it's very difficult for me to even consider voting there for anyone, much less to the end. And I sincerely doubt my ability to do so on an emotional level. So I'm trying to do what I think is best.
All right, Ali, similar to Zach, you've been kind of a visible force in this game. You've had a legacy advantage, you've played an idol, you've won individual challenges. At this point, at the final four, how do you take all that into consideration and make a case as to why you should be staying tonight over other people who have had less visible performances in the game?
At this point, my case is mostly loyalty. It is, like you said, a final two. There is going to be another tribal council. So at this point, it just comes down to who's loyal to who and what position someone wants to be at the next tribal, and if they want me to be a part of that tribal.
All right, we're just going to move down the line now. I'll go to each of you. Give me a one-word answer as to what you're basing your vote off tonight. Just need one word. All right, Zach? One word. What are you basing your vote on tonight?
I'll just use the word game.
All right, Devin?
Sensible.
David?
Honor.
Ali?
Loyalty.
All right, so hopefully we'll be seeing a loyal, honorable, sensible game move being made tonight because it is time to vote. Please PM your confessional chats who you're going to be voting for. If you have already done so, please do so again so it gets bumped up to the top. Could everybody please send or resend their votes at this time? All right. The votes are being tallied right now. We got some dramatic music. All right, I've got the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal chat immediately. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote. Ali. Devin. It's one vote Ali, one vote Devin. Ali. It's two votes Ali, one vote Devin, one vote left. Fourth vote, the 15th person voted out of Tumblr survivor Kuang C, will be determined after an immediate tiebreaker challenge because the fourth vote was for Devin. We're tied, 2 votes Ali, 2 votes Devin. What that means is we're proceeding into an immediate tiebreaker challenge. Allie and Devin, do both of you have access to a computer at the moment?
Yeah.
I can in like 15 minutes.
All right, so should we reconvene in 15 minutes and we'll discuss how it's going to work?
Yeah,
Sure.
fine with that.
All right, this is it for now. We'll be back here in 15 minutes to find out who will become the 6th member of our jury.